Today we're going to talk about adaptive equipment. Adaptive equipment is different types of equipment that you use for everyday activities, putting on your shoes, socks, clothes. So we're going to go over what they are, and then I'm going to show you how to use them. This one is called the dressing stick. This is good for reaching behind when you're trying to get your shirt over that arm. You can actually also use it for various things. If you're trying to get a hanger or a shirt off from the closet, you can actually use this to unhook it and bring it down. The other item we have is also the reacher. This is perfect for when you're trying to grab your socks from the floor, try to grab your shoe closer so you can put it on. Again, anything from the closet, you can use that to get down shoes, a shirt. The next piece of equipment we have is the shoehorn, which a lot of us have probably seen or used, and this helps you to slide your heel into your shoe. This is called the button hook. This is used when you have low hand strength or very poor fine motor skills and you're unable to put the button in. This is where this comes in. This will help you to get your button and pull it through. This is the sock aid. This is used for when you're unable to reach over to put your socks on, if it's out of your reach or you just had a hip replacement and you're not allowed to bend over 90 degrees. That's where the sock aid comes into use. And then the last one we have is a very common item. It's the sponge handle. So when you're taking a bath, you're unable to reach the very back of your back. That's where this comes in. Reach the bottom, your feet. Okay. So first we're going to start using the equipment. Let's say you're about to get your day going. You're going to put your clothes on. So you're going to get your shirt. Okay. First you put in your arm. Now let's say you're unable to reach on this side. What I like to do is I try to push this as far back as I can. That's when you get the dressing stick. And you're going to reach over like this. See how it brings it a lot closer for you? That way, here's your hand, and you're able to grab it right there. Stick your hand in and extend. Okay? So now you have your shirt on, and here's where we go with the buttons. Let's say you don't have the fine motor skills and you're just unable to manipulate and get that button in there. So we use the button hook. So in the button hook, what you do is you first stick this into the hole all the way, all the way, all the way. And then you're going to put the button into the wider portion of the metal piece and then pull it to where it's all the way to the left. And you're going to pull through, and once you get it through, just like that, sometimes it just flings off and there you got it. But what you're really supposed to do is once you get to that step and you pull this through, usually you have to push back to get the button hook out. Okay? So again, into the hole completely, all the way. Find the wider part to fit the button in, pull it to secure it, and then pull again to get it through the button, to get it through the hole, sorry, and then push through to release it. Again, into the hole, hook on the button, pull it to make sure it's secure, and then you're going to pull it fully and then push again to release. So that's the button hook. Now we're going to put on our pants. So if you're able to reach, you just put them on normally. Let's say you're not able to reach, or let's say, oh no, it fell onto the floor. Okay? So that's where we get the reacher. So this one you can actually use the reacher and put your foot in, but what might be more easier for you to use is the dressing stick. That way you can lift it up and put your foot in. Okay? And then if you need to lift this, you can do that as well. And then pull, pull, pull. And then stand so you can pull it up. So now you have your shirt and your pants on. So next, let's say you're ready to put on your socks, you want to go outside for a little bit. This is where the reacher comes into play if you cannot reach over and grab your socks. So you're going to go like this, grab your sock, reach over, again, grab the other one. Okay. So socks, like we always do, pull, put them on. Let's say, again, we don't have our hand strength, we're unable to put the sock on, we can't bend over, whatever limitations we may have, right? So this will come into play. This is the sock aid. So I like to hold it between my legs, kind of hold it sturdy. And you want to get the sock and pull it as far apart as you can and pull it over here. Okay? You want to make sure it's completely down all the way. That way your whole foot gets covered, okay? Just like that. You don't want any extra sock like this bulged out. You want it all the way, just like that. Okay? Then just drop it down. So you're going to stick your foot in. Try to stick it all the way to where you can even maybe see your toes wiggling. Because you want to make sure that your heel gets covered as well with the sock aid. See? So again, with the other sock, pull. You're going to put it on. Also, make sure the top of your sock is on this part that's open. The bottom of your sock is going to go on the plastic, and the top is where it's open. And again, all the way flush down. Make sure everything's straight and not crunched up. Just like that, again, straight. Now drop it to the floor. Stick your foot in. Try to see your toes wiggling. That way you know you made it all the way to the top. And pull. So that is the sock aid. Now you're ready to put your shoes on. So if you're unable to reach, again, that's what the reacher is for. Bring it closer. I like to make sure the tongue is up, that way you don't run into any problems. Now, if you have a shoe and maybe the tongue keeps falling down, then you can use these two at the same time. And how you're going to do that is, so you would hold the tongue up of your shoe, put the shoe horn in, and when you stick your foot in halfway, you can let go of this because the tongue will be there. It's not going to get in the way. And then start pushing your foot in, and the shoe horn is going to help you slide that heel in. And there you go. So the tongue on this one's okay, so I'm not going to hold it with the reacher. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to put my foot in halfway, put my shoe horn in, and slide my foot in. Just like that. And that's how you use all of the adaptive equipment. So now we're going to discuss exercises that you can do that will help increase your upper body strength so that you will be able to use the adaptive equipment, and also so you can do things around the house. For example, put dishes away, wash dishes, pull out clothes from the closet, take a bath, wash your hair, brush your hair, dry your hair. So all of these exercises will increase your strength so you can be able to do this. So you can start this exercise. We're going to start with the overhead press. You can either start without any weights, or if you feel you can start with weights, then you can start with 1 pound, 2 pound. These are 2 pound. So one of the exercises you can do is the overhead press. You're going to start right about here in an L shape, go all the way up, and then bring it back down to an L. Up, down, up, down. You can do 10 reps with 3 sets. If that is too much for you, you can go down to 2 sets. Do it at your comfort. Do not over-push yourself. Also, if you have any orders from your doctor to not do these exercises, then I would encourage you not to do them. Make sure he's okay with any exercises you plan to do. So again, you're starting right here, up, down, up, down. This exercise is great for picking up if you want to get spices out so you can cook, if you need to get some cups out of your cabinet, all of this will help to do that. Also washing your hair, putting shampoo and conditioner on, washing your face. So the next exercise we're going to do is the overhead elbow extension. So this one you're going to start like this. You want your elbow pointing up, your hand back, and you're going to bring it out. Make sure your arm is straight and bring it back down. Extend, flex, extend, flex. This also will help with the same thing. Putting dishes away, bringing dishes down. Anything you need to reach overhead, getting stuff off of your closet shelves, bringing it down. So again, this is overhead elbow extension. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can do 10 reps with 2 sets, 10 reps with 3 sets, again, at your comfort. Do not overwork yourself, and make sure you do the exercises slow and steady. If you do it fast, it's not going to work as well. You want to make sure you're going slow and make sure you're doing it correct form. Okay? The next exercise we're going to do is the bicep curls. The other thing I also wanted to mention to you, if you do not have access to weights, there are other alternatives you can use at home, such as canned goods, which is perfect, and you can hold them just like this, just as if you have weights. And for the bicep curl, we're just going straight up, straight down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Again, you can do this. You can do the 10 reps 2 times, 3 times at your comfort. I really like this exercise because this is what's going to help you picking up bags, or if you have groceries, or just picking up anything from the floor. Another perfect example is the sake that we just used. When you pull it up, this is going to help with that as well. So the next exercise we're going to do is arm raises. Arm raises is, you're going to have your hands right here. We're going straight up, straight down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This exercise will help you pushing up to get up from sitting. This will help you also to push your wheelchair. It will give you the arm strength for that. Again, the same as before, this will help you to get stuff out of your cabinets, put stuff away in your cabinets, reach up in the pantry, reach up in the fridge, pull open your fridge, close your fridge, open your door, close your door. So all of these exercises will help with activities of daily living. So now we're going to talk about hand exercises. Hand exercises are very important because you need that hand strength to be able to use the adaptive equipment, the socket, the reacher, the shoehorn. Everything that you do pretty much every day requires hand strength. Brushing your teeth, shaving, brushing your hair, eating, being able to hold a toothbrush, being able to hold the spoon, everything requires that hand strength to be able to hold it. So some things that you can do at home to help improve your hand strength, also your fine motor grasp. That's what you really need when you're trying to grab little things such as buttons. These are some exercises that you can try to pull together at home so you can do them. So this one right here, you can get cotton balls at home. You can even actually get Q-tips and get some tweezers. And what you can do is you pick them up and just find somewhere to put them. You can put them in a cup, you can put them on a plate. But doing this will help out a lot with your fine motor. So this will help you with buttoning and grasping onto items that you need to hold on to. You can do maybe a good 20-30 with one hand and then repeat it with the next hand. That way you're strengthening up both hands, just like this. Another good thing you can do is put this up on an elevated surface or on a shelf. That way you're not just working out your hand, but you're also working out your shoulder by lifting it up. So that's another thing you can do too. Lift it up. That way you're working out your shoulder and your fingers. Okay? Another exercise you can also do is using clothespins. So I like to get a couple of clothespins. I have some that are various sizes, but this also will help a lot increasing your hand strength because you need that pressure to be able to push it and to clip it on. So you can clip this on to a cup. You can even practice clipping your clothes that you're trying to dry. That's perfect exercise because you're working out your hand and also your shoulders because you're lifting up the clothes and you're having to hold on and to clip. So you can use the clothespins to hang up your clothes. If you're using a dryer and you don't need to hang up your clothes, then you can just use them at home and clip a cup, clip a paper plate, just anything to have something to work out your hands and get them moving. And the same thing, after you worked out one hand, you can start working with the next hand. And these I really like because they're smaller, so that you really have to use your index and your thumb, which is what you primarily use when you're doing buttons and zipper as well. Okay, so you can clip them all on with the right hand, and then use the left hand to unclip them and put them back in. So a lot of hand and finger strengthening. Another really good exercise you can also do for pincer grasp is cut up a bunch of straws, and then I found a Tupperware bowl. Just make a little hole in there, and then you can start putting them in. This is also really good for working out your fingers and your hands. This also helps if you're trying to put on your earrings or if you're trying to put on necklaces. All of that requires fine motor skills, and all of this will help with that. So you can do a few with this hand and then switch hands. I like to cut them in different sizes, so I'll make some a little bit long, I'll make some a little bit shorter. That way you're really challenging yourself and trying different sizes of items that you can be able to practice picking up. See, this one's really small, but it gets you working out your hand, so it's good. And just keep going. Okay. So another exercise that we're now going to talk about it's called Therapeutic. It's almost like Play-Doh, but it has a little bit more consistency. It's thicker and it lasts a lot longer. So they sell these in different colors, and the reason they do that is because each color has a different amount of firmness. So right now we have the red. This is soft, so this would be better if you have weaker hands and you need it to be a little bit easier. This one's blue. This is firm, so if you have a good amount of strength but you need your hands to be a lot stronger, then you should go for the blue. So some things you can do is, I like to put items inside and try to look for it. So in this one I have 3 or 4 small beads, and what's really good about this is you have to really dig into it. You have to move your fingers, you have to press and just look for them, and then once you find them, then you go back into using the pincer grasp and having to pull them out, and then you keep going and working through it. You have a lot of manipulation with your hands, working on a lot of dexterity, because that's all that you need when you're working on everyday things, brushing your teeth, shaving, buttoning, jewelry, zipper. So I really like this exercise for that. I would put about 10 to 15 little beads. That way you really work out your hand to find everything. This one I just put 4 for the demo, but once I find all of them, then we go into more hand exercises. So I like to give it a few squeezes, back and forth, and I like to try to roll it up into a ball. Again, all hand exercises. This is perfect. Okay. So once you've rolled it up into a ball, the first exercise I like to do is power grip. So basically gripping as tight as you can. Switch hands, grip. Switch hands, grip. Switch hands, grip. So each time I do a grip on each hand, that's 1 rep. So grip, grip, 1. Grip, grip, 2, grip, grip, 3, grip, grip, 4, grip, grip, 5, grip, grip, 6, grip, grip, 7, grip, grip, 8, grip, grip, 9, grip, grip, 10. Take a break. If you're ready and you feel you can do a second set, then I would do the second set. I would probably try to do this exercise maybe once in the morning, once at night, every day if you're able to. Again, make sure everything is cleared with your doctor before trying any of the exercises. Another exercise after the power grip is the finger flexion. So what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze. You're going to get these 3 fingers, your thumb, index, and middle finger, and squeeze. Squeeze. Okay? And it's the same thing. Squeeze, squeeze, 1. Squeeze, squeeze, 2. Squeeze, squeeze, 3. Squeeze, squeeze, 4. Squeeze, squeeze, 5. Squeeze, squeeze, 6. Squeeze, squeeze, 7. Squeeze, squeeze, 8. Squeeze, squeeze, 9. Squeeze, squeeze, 10. Another exercise you can also do is a table roll, and you're just going to roll the putty into a ball. This also works out your elbow and your shoulder as well as your hand. There's no really a number to how many to do, just roll and roll until it looks like a ball. Just like this. And then I like to squeeze it a little bit to take it out of that form of a ball so I can do it with my left hand. So I do a couple of squeezes and then roll. I'm going to make full good circles all the way around and back. There it is. Okay. And then also, after you're completed doing all of your hand exercises, the last thing I like to do is all the items that I took out, I like to grab them. Again, you're working on pincer grasp, perfect for buttoning, and I like to push them in. So again, you're working out your fingers and your arm strength because you're using all of this to push down to get it back inside. You can do half with one hand and then half with the other hand. And then after that, I like to roll a little bit, about an inch, and push. So again, working on hand strengthening. Push. And if it gets stuck anywhere, it comes off very easily, just like this. Just dab it. And that's also an exercise, because you're pushing, pushing, and picking it up to clean it up. Pushing, pushing, picking it up to clean it up. So this goes the same for the blue Therapeutic. Again, this one just has a little bit more firmness to it. It's not as soft and easy as the other ones. A little bit tougher to work with. Okay. So if you don't have Therapeutic, you can always use a small exercise ball and do the same thing. Power grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the finger flexion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It works just as well as using the Therapeutic and the ball roll. So since this one's already into a ball, I would just roll it around about 15 times and then switch hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Again, using all of your arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So, another alternative you can use if you're able to have these is wrist weights. And all you do is you put your thumb inside, put it inside, wrap it around, just like that. If wearing two at the same time is too much, then you can start with one hand, take it off, and then work on the next hand. You can do the same exercises we did earlier, arm raises. Another one that you can do is the arm roll. So you go like this. I do about 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Also backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you can repeat the same with the weight on the left hand. And this also works out your hand, arm, shoulder, everything you need to work on putting on your clothes, cooking, putting dishes away, taking laundry out, putting laundry away. Everything requires your hands, your upper body. So another exercise that you can do, and this is using your adaptive equipment. So since you already have it on hand, on board, it's perfect. And the one I really like to use is with the reacher. So what you can do with this is you can have plastic cups, and I recommend plastic cups because if you use a glass, it's going to be too big. This can only hold so much weight. I would say nothing more than even a pound, only because it's going to cause more weight and you don't want to drop anything or break anything. So I would say less than a pound. What you can do, and you can do this sitting, you can grasp a cup and move it over to the other side. So this is working your hand strengthening too, which I like, and also working out your shoulder and arm. And then if you really want to challenge yourself, you can practice putting this up on a shelf, up on your closet. You can do it while you're sitting or standing, just like this, and just keep stacking. And just like every other exercise, after you've done a good 10 or 15 with one hand, and then you want to work out the other hand too. So now we're going to go on with the left. Same thing, stack, stack. And also, if you have a shelf, up on the shelf, up on the closet, you're putting clothes away and you need to use your reacher to pick up the shirt and put it on top, or if you need to pick up your shoe and put it on top. Anything out of your reach. So next we're going to talk about is some alternatives you can do if you have a very low grasp strength and you're unable to hold, let's say, your toothbrush, or you're unable to hold your spoon. This is where this comes in. This is called a built-up handle, and it comes out actually pretty long, and you can cut it up into different sizes to your liking. And what this is used for is it has a hole on the other side, and what that hole is for, so you can put in a fork. That way, let's say you're trying to eat and you can't really hold your fork. That's where this comes into place. So you just put it in there, and that gives you more of a handle. That way you're more able to grasp it and stab for your food, pick up your food. Also for the spoon, works for the spoon. Works for a toothbrush as well, so you can brush your teeth. Also works great for if you need to shave. The button hook already comes with it, so that's great about this. When you get your equipment, this will already have it ready for you to go. Let's say you want to do your zipper and you still don't have the fine motor strength you need for the zipper. What I like to do is, so you have your jacket, and what you can do is, at the bottom of your zipper, right here, I attach this little keychain. Put it in there. That way I have something a little bit bigger to grab versus the small little zipper. So you have something, so when you stick your zipper in, all you gotta do is pull this up. It's a lot easier. So you can put your finger in, hold it down, up. You can also use this for your jeans, zipper jeans as well. This concludes our video on the demonstration of adaptive equipment. Thank you so much for joining us.